Okay, here we go. I'm LW, and this is the 30-minute latch bar workout challenge. So, 30 minutes is what we're looking to do. You can use whatever equipment you would like to use. And if you have no equipment, you want to do calisthenics, you want to dance, turn the music on, put the headset on, or just turn the volume up, do whatever you need to do. If you have an elliptical, if you have a treadmill, if you have a Stairmaster, Tony Little, Peloton, whatever you got, let's get busy. All right, so I'm ready to go. Cardio is the name of the game from the very beginning. So you want to warm those muscles up so you can get to moving. That's right. It's always good to heat those muscles up, warm the body up. This way you can work out and hopefully you don't pull a muscle. Pulling a muscle can be very painful. So we want to try and work out without pain. But before you start working out, make sure that you're able to work out. Make sure that you are in good physical condition enough so that you can work out. That's right. Especially those of you that haven't been working out for quite some time. And since you know that this is a session for OGs, I want you to be very, very conscientious of that because it's us OGs that we're trying to protect. And if we overdo it, you're not going to protect yourself. So be careful and make sure that you're in good physical condition before you begin any workout regimen. There you go. Now, in conjunction with working out, we want to make sure that we are dieting properly. That's right. You know, we have a big problem and it's not your fault. I just want you to know that all of us have the same problem. We love to eat. That's right. Here in America, we try and eat as much as we can. I know that sounds crazy. That's why I have to laugh. So just take a look around and all of us, I'm guilty just like you, but I try and be conscientious of it, so it doesn't look like I do the same thing. But from time to time, I splurge too. So some of us, we splurge too much. And the result of that is America is the most obese country in the world. How about that? That's not a good look. Let's face it, we eat too much, and we need to address that. We need to take care of each other better than what we do. We are constantly offering and purchasing the wrong types of foods, and we are constantly trying to offer them to our friends, to our co-workers, and to our family members. Now I know a good pie, a good cake, all that stuff is good. It tastes good. Not necessarily is it good for you, but it tastes good. And that's where the problem lies. So not only do we eat these wonderful desserts, but we eat meals all the time. There's no limit to how much you can eat if you want to eat it. You can eat as much as you want, but you are going to suffer the consequences for doing so. That is right. So, you think obesity defines adulthood? No. It only defines the individual. That's correct. Because everyone doesn't look like that. But there's a big, big percentage of us that do. And that big percentage is the percentage I hope you don't represent. But if you do, it's not the end of the world. You can do something about it. But you need to start, and you need to be conscientious of what you do daily to try and help yourself. Because no one can help you but yourself. Don't look for someone else to help you get out of what you put yourself into. And I understand it's not easy, and it took an awful lot of years to get to where you are. You know, if you don't apply yourself to change, then you're going to be left behind. Change is what only you have control of, only you. And if you don't change, there's nothing that anyone else can do for you. So it's strictly up to you. Strictly up to you. If you don't want to change, somewhere along the line, you're going to wish that you had changed. Somewhere along the line. Whether you receive a heart attack, a stroke, diabetic coma, I know none of those sound good. I know, I understand. But that's why I'm emphasizing what I am to you. Don't let this happen to you. Because it will. And it can. And it's happened to a lot of us. You can prevent some of these things from happening to you if you do something about it. Never say you can't do anything about it. Always say you can. But do something about it though. Don't just talk about it. Do something about it. Don't be ashamed that you're working out trying to improve your health. You should be ashamed that you let your health deteriorate so far. But as I indicate, it's up to you to do something about it. And you can. But as long as you have a negative attitude and a negative approach, that's going to make things much, much more difficult. You need to have a positive mind so that you can have a positive effect. And you have to lead by example. And that's what I'm doing for you. I'm trying to lead, show you what you can do just as well as me. If you put your mind to it, there's nothing that we can't do. Now, you don't have to be an athlete to work out. You know, athletes, they have to retire at an early age, maybe around 40. But you know, your body will need maintenance for as long as you live. So you don't stop exercising once you retire from being an athlete. You continue to exercise for the rest of your life in order to stay in shape, because otherwise you're going to be even more susceptible to gaining weight if you do nothing, because you've been so involved all of your life. So once you stop, immediately a change is going to come. So we need to continue to be some type of athletic individual all of our lives. There's many, many different ways of exercising. Many different ways. You have to find your niche. There are so many different ways, and ways that you can even have fun. That's right. I mean, there are things that we did as we were, let's say, growing up, that we don't do anymore. And a lot of these things are very natural. How often do you dance? That's almost natural. A lot of us, you know, we pop our finger and we shake a little bit. But when you dance, you have to use your whole body. You know, you have to really, really get into it. So, you know, I'm familiar with dancing too, so I kind of know what I'm talking about. If you got rhythm, or if you don't have rhythm, if you just get up and if you jump up and down and moving it all around, you are going to accomplish something. If you just do jumping jacks, do a jumping jack. You don't even have to bring your legs or bring your arms all the way up to the top. You can bring them up partially like I'm doing here. Do jumping jacks. Yeah, because these are things that are cardiovascular. Cardio is getting that heart rate up, and we all need to do cardio. Aerobics is more closer to dancing, but it's exercise. So if that's what you want to do it. You can jog in place, you know? I mean, all these things are really, really effective if you do it. But if you don't do anything, you don't get any results. You don't get any benefits. You know? Remember when you used to go up those flight of stairs and you didn't get tired? Now you can go up those flight of stairs and you gotta stop and rest when you get to the top. Is this the type of life you wanna continue? You don't have to, but you need to do something. Even if you're cooking in the kitchen while you're waiting for that water to boil. You know, turn the music on. In fact, I encourage you, a lot of us don't like to do this, but when you have your television set on, turn the music on too. Keep it a little low so it's not interfering, but keep it so that you can hear it. You'll be surprised of the motivation that it'll give you. You'll be really surprised. You want to get up and you want to dance from time to time, you know? You have to get up and move. And when you're watching that TV, maybe it might get you off your sofa or your recliner, and you might start moving around, because otherwise you'll sit there and you'll just fall asleep. That's what's going to happen. Do you want that to happen to you? It's happened for a number of years, and look at you. That's right. Take a look. Where has it gotten you? Got you some bad health. That's what it's gotten you. Gotten you some bad health. And none of that is good for you. So, look, don't drown in your sorrows. Get up and do something about it. It starts off at the table. Always keep that in mind. The table and how much you consume, how much you drink, and how much you don't exercise. So it all starts from the moment you wake up to the minute you go to bed. What did you do to yourself during the day? What you do to yourself every day will reflect your appearance. That's right. So if you eat all the food up, that's what you're going to look like. We need to do something about that. Your loved ones would like for you to be around as long as you possibly can. And if you continue to contribute to your demise, you're going to have a lot of sad loved ones. You know, we all used to refer, and some of us still do, refer to whining and dining. Whining and dining is good from time to time, not all the time. That's right. Not all the time. Now, I know a lot of you procrastinate, and you try and convince either yourself or someone else that you don't have enough time to work out. I'm only asking you to do 30 minutes a day. There are 48 30 minutes in one day. So don't tell me that you don't have 30 minutes. 48 tries. That's right. It's 24 hours in a day. So that's double the amount of 30 minutes in a day. You can only kid yourself, but for so long. But there's going to come a time when you'll say, I should have taken advantage of one of those 30 minutes every day. It's only going to help you, it's not going to help me. It's going to help you. You need to do something about it. That protruding stomach that you have, it's not going to go away unless you do something about it. The very first thing you need to start doing is to cut back on the amount of food that you eat. Take a look at the portions that you put on your plate. Remember, you can never get full. No, you don't get full. Full is when you're finished eating and you're so miserable that all you can do is go lay down. Does that sound good? You know, when a snake eats, that's what he does. He lays down because, I know that sounds funny, but the snake goes to sleep. He's already laying down. That's what he does all the time. But he goes to sleep to digest what he's eaten. Yes. And that's what you're doing. Okay? Similar to what a snake does. You're eating so much you can no longer function. So you go and lay down. You sit on the sofa, you sit in the recliner, and the next thing you know, you're asleep. Then when you wake up, you're looking for snacks. You're looking for something to drink. You're thirsty. Sound familiar? You're only harming yourself. When you finish eating, you're not supposed to be so tired that you need to go and lay down. You should not be eating that amount of food. That's what got you in the condition that you're in now. So we need to put a stop to the bad behavior and start applying ourselves the way that we should. Look, you only have one life, you only have one body. Let's try and take care of it the best we possibly can. Just doing a time check. Looks like we have a lot of time left, which I do appreciate because it gives me an opportunity to spend more time with you and try to influence you of what we need to do, because we all need to do the same thing. Look out for one another and influence one another in a good way as best we possibly can. That's right. That's our job. That's part of our mission. And that's my mission to you. Nothing changes overnight, but you have to start somewhere. We need to stop procrastinating and start working on what we need to do. That's right. We need to focus more on health than on what we think is fun. Because I know a lot of us think that having fun is often controlled by what we eat and what we drink. And when we start drinking the wrong things, such as alcohol, we lose control of what the plan is. And frequently, since we young adults, I'm not a young adult anymore, I'm an OG, I'm a senior citizen. That's right. So once we get the understanding that there are certain things that we need to change as we become older, and we need to start working more on promoting good health. Because the older we are, the more our health will be impacted. And we need to do something about it. And we can. So, let's go. Yes. Yes. Keep up the good work, and you'll get more rewards than you could possibly imagine. How about lowering your A1C? How about lowering your blood pressure? I know all these things sound good, but you know, you can't drive any results unless you do something. And if you don't do anything, don't expect for anything to change. That's right. You can bring about change if you apply yourself. If you don't apply yourself, don't expect for anything to change. And you have to put an effort into everything that you do. No effort, no benefits. That's right. Your benefits are measurable. They're measurable when you get on that scale. They're measurable when you go to the doctor's office and you get your results. They're measurable. What do you think? Log on to YouTube in the search field. Type in the Latch Bar. That's my channel. You'll see me so that you can work out with me. Subscribe so that it's always there. And every time I put out a video, it's going to pop up on your screen. You don't have to look at it then. You look at it when you get ready to. But you'll know because you are one of my guys. You are one of my gals. Either way, once you subscribe, we're all family. That's right. So, I want to thank all of you for participating in today's exercise. We're on our way out. But as we are on our way out, we want to keep in mind what we need to do. I can't emphasize enough that we need to cut back our meals. We need to stop the sugary drinks. We need to stop the alcohol. These are contributing factors that are impacting your health. We need to include some cardio exercise. We need to do something in order to promote good health. And those two things, you need to have the discipline, you need to have the determination, and you need to be dedicated in order to get this done. And we all have this within ourselves. So I want to say thank you once again to all of you that participated and that continue to participate, because we're looking to drive home with good health. Thank you all very much, and have a great day.